Yeah. Oh, okay, guys. So we're in for another live stream section this afternoon. More like evening. I don't know, like more like evening. Okay. Apologies because I was streaming a bit late. It's beyond, I don't know, like we normally stream by 1 p.m., but we have a lot in our calendar to cater for or tidy up. So that makes us, what's it called, like us being here late, but all is well. Uh, uh, it That's for that, and we sincerely apologize for that for our beloved audience. All right, guys. So I said we're in for another live stream section this afternoon, and as usual, now I don't know. Anyways, a lot of people are still planning to join. People are still considering of joining. People are still yet to be joining, and anyone they are doing it regarded. So far as they are going to, what's it called? They are going to aim on joining. So it's much, we much regard that. And what next? Yeah. Okay, we have more like what? More like a culture. What we normally do, more like step by step. I don't know. Okay, firstly is welcoming. Firstly, it's just more like welcoming people, welcoming new audience, new viewers, returning viewers, and I don't know, any viewer that you're, so you're going to be or going to welcome you, and you're going to take your seat. You get, we're going to call you, we'll call you, what's it called? We'll call you to the high table, then you now take your seat, stuff like that. Anyway, so that's for that. Firstly is okay, I think I just introduced myself. Firstly, this UF graphics and by name, and what we're really doing here. Most of you know us by now. Most of you know what we're really doing before now. So maybe I will just brief it as well. Or maybe for the sake of people that are just joining, first time people, first timer. So all right. So what were okay? Okay. Let me do a welcoming. Okay, I said I'm welcoming new viewers. I'm welcoming new audience. I'm welcoming returning viewers. So any viewer that you're highly welcome. And if you're seated already, grab your chair very tight because we're just about starting. Like, so you guys, like we just started. Like we're just starting. So this is our starting point. Okay, let's progress, let's proceed. Maybe our audience will get to join, definitely. Okay, so that's what that, and we have something on our thumbnail that we're going to really talk about, very crucial. That is what's it called, like it was prompted to this live stream section, and moreover we do stream every day, but we're more like restricting a particular topic, like we're more or less, I don't know, a lot of topics. And what we're really talking about is our big master, that's it, the brutal truth, life after school. Are you ready, students? So that's more like what we're pointing at, and we're more like breaking it down. We're more like doing live stream sections bit by bit, really pointing towards that. And what's it called, like it's really pointing towards that. And what we're really trying to aim or even trying to achieve is just more like, that saying that school is a scam, people are saying. So we're more like trying to eliminate, if not to stop it totally, because school is not really a scam. And what really makes it looks like it's a scam is when our young people are failing, when they are not actually getting it right. Graduated people are that. So this is what people sees and be like, is this school really, like they will just be like, is this school is really, is this still not a scam, that kind of a thing, because it doesn't work. So and was saying the reason for this call, for the cause of all of this thing, is not just the school is very very nonsense. School doesn't have anything to do there. The reason is just lack of information, lack of, or what's it called, guidelines. Because life after school needs, like, I mean, student needs to be guided. Like they really need to be guided, just like school. When you're still in school, you're going to be guided. You get, maybe you issue, or you give you timetable, tell you when they went to expect lectures and all of those stuff. So life itself really needs guideline. And moreover, there is no even guideline for it. Like they don't even have any guideline for it. And this is what we really need to get. And that's why we really need to make all of these things, like we really need to put it together. So that's more like that. And we said, okay, why we're doing this is because we love our, what's it called, we love our audience. For secondly is this is life, and you get youth life outside school life. And we're doing this to really help them, to really help them in the sense of they're not going to be frustrated, they're not going to be easily stuck, they're not going to start regretting in life tomorrow, because this is more like life skills that were really inculcating knowledge, more like getting them competent in. Do you get? And this is things that nobody is even talking about, and people are really seeing it. And is the worst part of it is that it's silently or limiting students, or destroying destinies and life. I don't know, but that's just it. So that's more like life lesson, and that's more like objective. Yeah, objective. What will prioritize, what we're really trying to aim. If not to stop totally, that thing that school is a scam, because it's not really a scam. What makes it, or what make people see it as a scam, is just because when they are not provided, like when they don't know the right information, they say this power. Probably if you know better, you're going to live better. So we are just assuming that they don't know better, so that's why they are failing or be stuck or whatever. So that's for that. And please send me a sticker. I'll attend to you later. I'll attend to you later. Okay, let's progress, guys. So that's more like that. And okay, we're progressing more. And before we get to the test, more like our culture, if you're just joining, you drop your country flag, you tell us your country, we'll hype it, kind of that. And the floor is open for that. Our audience, they are serious to be joining. We have people that did that already. Like we have, I don't know, like if okay, just more like if our returning viewers, if they get to join, they didn't know how to culture, they're probably going to do the same. So if this is your first time of seeing us, you are highly regarded, or your presence here really uh is being regarded so much. So without boring you with too much words, so let's get into the main topic we have today. I think something like brokenness or whatever. I don't know. So it's a kind of alarming, and people are like, as how now decades. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And under that, what we're not even to uh confuse students or anything. What we're really hammering on is brokenness stuff. Like we're just about entering into the main detail, and what we're trying to achieve by today's session, like session, like by the end, is just like to really enlighten students what it means, like when it has to do with brokenness, and like them not being insufficient, like them being, what's it called, sufficient, I don't know, about money. Do you get? So everything we're going to be breaking it down. They are going to actually get what it really means, like how money works, how they should remain, I don't know, like how they should manage their incomes and all of those stuff. So it's really going to stir up them outside life, even in school. Do you get? So that's more like the guideline, and that, as I said earlier, that's what we're more like going to be emphasizing on today. So that's for that. So if we're heading to that mainly, okay, if we're heading to that mainly, okay, maybe if they get to join, my audience have not joined yet. I'm not happy, but I'm going to continue. Maybe they are not online yet. That's why. That's what I was saying. I streamed late today, so it's paining me, but I have to stream as well. Oh, because I got a lot to do today, so that's why. But there's no need of me not streaming now. I'm definitely going to stream, because it's more like a promise. Streaming every day and teaching them. And moreover, they are not here now just because I'm just streaming late. Today is, I don't know, I have a lot to do to cater for. So that's why I'm by like that's why I'm just by now. I don't know. I would have streamed around one or so, but it's fine. That's okay. Let me just get into details. What we have today, I think, is in our thumbnail. Before you joined, you saw it there. Something like, this is why you're broke as a student. Just like we're going to be talking about students being broke and how possible they can navigate it, and even the cause of or the cause of brokenness, because today is not cause of failure, it's cause of brokenness. Because this is more like the common problem that students are really facing, being broke, like not having enough funds to solve it. Even when they have, they are easily going to spend it lavishly, like they are going to spend it unwisely. I would say so. We're really going to talk about it, like enlighten them on what it means and how possible they can make what's it called, more like financial intelligence, because he said that financial intelligence is more than income. Did you get? If you cannot handle money as a student, as a young adult, you're definitely going to, even if they give you all the whole money they want, you're going to misuse it. So have you seen? So we're more like going to impart them with knowledge of what's it called, financial intelligence, and that's more like what everything. I don't get. Wait, you said something. What are you saying? You said African duo. who is being a working evangelical was on YouTube live. It's a miracle. Like I don't get. I don't get. Do you know me? You don't even know me. Oh God, oh God, you don't know me. And moreover, I'm not. Hmm. Let me relax my mind. Let me relax my mind. You don't win. I get. If you're just joining the live stream section, your presence is regarded, very well regarded, and we don't have cookies today. And if this is your first time, because we do promise our first time as cookies, and if this is your first time of joining our live stream section, maybe we will still promise you cookies, and we're going to stream tomorrow as well, because we normally stream every day. Then we'll get to bring the cookie, but we're not going to give you, we'll just show you the cookies, because there's no way we can give you, of course. Now there's no way. Do you get? So you're probably going to eat it with your eyes, and that's for that. That's what we normally do for our first time, what's it called, viewers. Yeah. So if you're a first timer, all bows are for you, and just notify by, what's it called, by giving us a thumbs up. Let's know the first timers there, because we'll probably have a kind of small audience already. So most of them will be joining, kind of returning audience. So that's for that. And anyways, if you're just here, grab your chair very tight. We're not going to bore you too much here, but everything we're going to be talking about here is sense, knowledge. Knowledge is power. If you know it, you're not going to make the mistakes. Do you get? And what we're doing here is to really guide, more like guiding you. We don't want to make the mistakes, and we're seeing the mistakes. We don't want you as well to make the mistakes. So have you seen it? So we're more like coming from a positive side, and we're more like we're more like teaching students. And because these are young people, they are the leaders of tomorrow, they said. So if we fail not to guide them, they are going to make mistakes, and most of them are stuck. Now we're learning from the people that are stuck. We're learning from their mistakes. Have you seen? Then trying to compile it, learning it, studying it, getting the whole details, then compile it to teach the young people, the younger people, or let's just say the upcoming people. Do you get? So these are things university adults, or moreover, what's it called, undergraduate students, because this is a matter of life after school that we're already talking about, emphasizing all the whole stream sections that we're doing here, matter of life after school. And under that, we have a lot of streams we did already on our channel. Maybe if this is your first time, after the stream session, maybe you just check any of them out. The topics are there, and everything there is pointing out life guideline to students. Okay, I don't get. Let me read your text again. You said, I think we speak very different dialects. Sorry. Are you West African, Ghana, Nigeria? Okay, at first, maybe if I tell you to guess, maybe we won't be able to guess well. Okay, at first, I'm from Nigeria. Let me just be frank. Nigeria, up Nigerians. I want to be silly, but I'm definitely from Nigeria, and this is my first time of seeing you in my stream section. I would love to know your real name, because we normally appreciate first time viewers, first time audience. So I'll be more glad to know you, your real name, and as for your country. Do you get? Okay. So, from okay, from my psychological view, or from my, what's it called? Yeah, after psychology, sociological view. Yes, I'm predicting you're from London, if I'm not mistaken. You're probably from London, because you said Nigerian is cool. I recognize the assets, and many Nigerians in London, like you probably, okay, just like well, more like, I don't know, more like the same, looking the same, or whatever, stuff like that. Like I don't know. And most people would be like, someone joined my live stream section one day, I think last week, and he was like, "Are you a Yoruba?" Probably a Yoruba in Nigeria, of course, but a kind of not. But maybe it's because of my car. So the person was like, "No, no, 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 you're not this one. You're not this." I was like, me. I have to, what's it called? I'm the one to tell you, my country. Now you're not going to tell me my country. Do you get? Even if I'm not looking like my country or whatever, I don't know. But I'm the one to tell you my country. So you guess, like your option is one of it, Nigerian precisely, and we said again, we would love to know you. Do you get? And maybe you just get to tell us your country, and we'll go ahead. Like we're gonna be progressing. Anyways, thanks for joining, and thanks for actively participating. So guys, progress or progressing. All right, the floor is open. We'll get to reply your messages, answer your questions, and promise you cookies if necessary. Okay, so we're going to be detailing it down, like we're going to be detailing it down, we're going to be or going to the bottom part. I don't know, there's no part here, it's just more like detailing down what we really have on our thumbnail, the reason why university undergraduate people are broke. That's what we're really going to talk about, and we're more like showing them why they are broke, things they should do not to be broke, and how they should how to, more like teaching them financial intelligence, how they are going to get to manage their income, create opportunities, make multiple, what's it called, diverse, or more like having a diverse income stream, many income or like stream. Do you get? So that's just what today's live stream session is all about. So now we're going to be starting getting deeply to it. Okay, so just follow us along, more like a moving train. Yeah, it's a moving train because it's going to get to a point where we're going to start visiting countries by God's grace. Yes, and one of our audience was like, you come to Kenya. Yeah, he was in Kenya, he's a Kenya, of course he was a kind of Kenya. So he was like, we're just telling him that don't worry, on God, we were just saying something like on God when we just start. We're going to come to Kenya. We'll be like, this is our VIP audience, stuff like that. So it was like, So it's actually a dream visual or picturing it, and definitely is going to definitely come. So enough of that. Let's just progress deeply. Okay, firstly, you just like, if we're already talking about why a lot of youth are broke or whatever. At first, it's just more like being broke, or we still have okay, just like being broke as a student, as a young person. Let me not say as a young person, precisely as a student, because this is more like a common stuff in Nigeria, probably I think other places as well, or where students are not always what's it called, are not always, let's say, okay with money. Let me not, okay, now let me say okay with money, they are always is a running insufficiency of funds. Do you get? Because let's just say it's more like a common something, because they are always or if they're not paying bills in school, maybe they are, or they are paying for handouts, maybe they are purchasing one thing or the other, so they are always insufficient in the area of funds. And that's why we said we're talking about student being broke, and we're more like saying, if you're broke as a student, like if you're in a broke stage, let me put it like that, if you're in a broke condition, like if you're broke as a student, it's just more like a normal, more like natural, like it's normal. Then if you're still broke after graduation, if you're still broke as a graduated student, is abnormal. Do you get? Because it's expected that, yes, it's understandable, we're students, me, and I'm also an undergraduate student, so it's still possible that I'm still, is understandable. But if I'm out from school, I'm not expected to still be remain broke. Have you seen? So I'm not expected to still or depend, be, or what's it called, dependency syndrome or whatever, maybe to parents or guardians. You get? I'm expected to figure things out by myself, probably because I'm an adult and I should behave like her. So that's why he's, and he said that even students, a lot of them are still receiving money, a lot of them are still funded, all of those stuff, weekly, monthly, and still they still remain broke. So we're going to really talk about why this thing is still happening, and the necessary, or what necessitates it, and how possible that they can get out from it, a kind of that. So firstly is the broke student mindset. Now the broke student mindset we're really talking about, mind you, sorry if you're just joining, much love, we really got your presence, and well, progressing. So you know, you saw something on our thumbnail, so that's what we're really emphasizing on today. And if you're just joining, let's progress. We're more like talking about financial intelligence, why students are broke, why students are broke. So that's more like what we're really emphasizing on today, and we're more like getting into it deeply, because we just started anyway, just few minutes we just started, and maybe we're going to be rushing it. Do you get? And if you're just joining, much love, and if this is your first time of seeing us, tell us this is your first time, then we'll promise you cookies, because that's our culture. We bring cookies for our time viewers, and it's not even that we'll give them cookies, we're going to bring it and show you, because there's no way we can give it to you. Do you get? Like, you cannot access the cookies from the screen, it's not possible. We'll just bring the cookies, If this is your first time, tell us it's your first time. Then we can't want to like count the number. Then definitely to tomorrow our next live stream session. We normally stream every day. Then we're going to bring the cookies and be like, if they happen to join, then we'll be like, okay, we promised you cookies. Look at the cookies, but you cannot get it. You will just eat it with your eyes, something of that. But that's okay. And if you just join in, maybe you just share your country flag, we'll get to celebrate your country, and more like that's what we normally do here. That's what we normally do here. So we're more like the floor is open for that. We're going to be progressing, so you can you get, and we're probably going to be answering your questions if you have any, if there is a need for. Okay, guys, we're progressing, and we said it's just like the broke student mindset. If we're really talking anything about that, it's just like, oh, they're always thinking about now. I'm not blaming them. They are students. Their mind is not developed. They have not started thinking outside box. Let me no, but definitely they should, or let's say they are expected to start thinking outside box, because these are young adults, undergraduate students. You're not a child probably, and was saying the broke student mindset. Now, why they are still broke, why they are still insufficient of funds is because they are just thinking about now. Anything they have, they are spending it now. Like most of them spend out of emotions, out of impulses. Like they are just there to spend, we just spend. And this is still why most of them are still struggling, like most of them are still broke. We're talking about a matter of brokenness as a student, because this is something that is common. Most students, almost every student will be like, I don't have money, I don't have money. But this is the actual cause, or let's say what is really causing it. So that's what we're more like handling today. And by the end, we're going to be telling you how you can possibly escape from it. So just sit tight and even to progress. I said what's it called, the broke student mindset, and I just try saying something like that. They are always thinking about now. You don't even have any goal, or what's it called, goal financial, what's it called, I don't know, like think or making plans on financial aspects for tomorrow and all of those. So this is still why they just get allowance. Most of them or family friends will send them money, they will still, what's it called, while it they like they are just going to squander the money. I've seen, so this is more like the growth mindset. It's about their mindset, because we still tell students that how your mindset is placed, how your mindset is shaped, determine how you work, how you get to do things, how you take things to, and even how you go about things. So this is the matter of mindset, and that mindset is actually the cause of the spending like this. So that's the first point. Sorry guys, so we're more like progressive. So the second we have here is more like lack of financial intelligence. Lack of financial intelligence. At first, everybody know what is financial. Now you know what is intelligence. Now if we're going to be combining both, it's just more like financial intelligence, and we're talking about lack of its financial. Now probably okay, probably they lack financial intelligence. Now let's just get the full meaning, because let me not complicate it. Financial intelligence for us is just like you not having the knowledge of how money works, not having the knowledge of how to go about money, like how to utilize money, how to save, how to budget, all of those stuff. Now this is a facet of financial intelligence, and we say lack of financial intelligence. So it's very obvious that a lot of young youths, undergraduate students, upcoming graduates, they lack financial intelligence. And now the key cause of all these things is just like, now let's just imagine, let's just give an illustration. Maybe a student that maybe your weekly allowances is 10k, then you're going to your parents or guardian is going to be sending 10k, and that day, like, you're just going to squander it that day. Now maybe because of and maybe you're going to or what's it called, waste it on something that are not valuable, or just because you have the money. So this is more like intelligence, the way you should be intelligent in the matter of academics. Now if you lack intelligence, I don't know, if you're not intelligent in the matter of academics, let me come with that view. You know what it means, and you know how it can affect you, like how it can affect your academic, like academically, do you get? So or the same way applicable to when you lack financial intelligence, so it's definitely going to affect you in the matter of financial aspect. So that same thing goes the same way. Now dependency on, or what's it called, dependency syndrome. Dependency syndrome, if we're really talking about dependency syndrome, it's just more like what every young adult is still doing. and I'm not blaming them, but just assuming that they are students and they are doing that. So that's what's even, or like if we're talking about that, what's even that? That's dependency syndrome. Depending on parents, depending on guidance, depending on people sponsoring you. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but this dependency syndrome is most times it limits growth. Now that's where you see a lot of students, instead of them to what's it called, to create to initiate an income stream, what's it called, income stream, or to look for a way to earn or get maybe from skill or whatever, they'll just be and be like, oh, once my parents send money, I'm going to be okay. Once my what's it called, guidance sends money, I'm going to be okay. So this is dependency syndrome. Like, it's not bad, it's also bad. It's not bad in the sense of that's what they're expected to do, or they are expected to take care of you probably for your student. Then you don't need to ride on that alone by dependency syndrome, depending on them, depth or what, like wholeheartedly. And we said this dependency syndrome is going to limit you from growth. Like it limits growth. Now it limits growth in the sense of you're not even going to see any reason to work your way out, like make, or what's it called, or fish out your own way of earning. You get, you're not even going to see the need to work like a kind of do anything to earn money. Have you seen? So this is more like what bumps you, because you have somebody sending for you, you have somebody taking care of you. You are going to lose or less, it is not going to matter. Like, you're not going to see the need to make your own money by yourself. You're not going to see the need to learn skill. Like, you're not going to see the need to even do anything in the area of getting money. So have you seen? So we said is as well good, but it has its bad side, and as well it limits growth, because you're not going to be growing, because you're not going to be growing because someone is definitely funding you, and you're just there, like you have not created any business, like you have not get to learn any skill that can pay you, all of those stuff. So dependency syndrome is a kind of small bad. Let's just say it's small bad. Like, it has its bad side. So it's not always good. Let's just keep it that slow. It's not always cool. We have again no income stream, income stream, income stream, income stream, income stream. Now we're going to explain that fact. If we're really talking about income stream, we're really talking about possible ways that students can earn income stream, money coming in. Do you get? And we said, no income stream. This is still why, mind you, everything will say just more like why students are broke, like why young, okay, this is why you're broke. So that's more like what we have on our thumbnail. And here we'll say no income stream. No income stream is when students they prioritize their certificates alone. We said is even very risky and more like dangerous. That's it. Because when you ride on that alone, like when you don't feel or think that there is a need for you to learn a skill to earn your own money by yourself, like to get things doing that can probably get your income, you're going to depend on your certificate alone. Definitely is going to, okay, let's just assume that it fails to pay you. Maybe you are not able to get work, assuming, oh, let's just, we are just assuming, just this assumption. Now maybe you were not able to be employed by the government and you only have your certificate, you did not have any skill, no business, no established business, like nothing, you're going to be stuck, and this is going to prompt brokenness, definitely lead to failure. Obviously, so despite you have a certificate, you're still going to be a victim of this. So this is more like things that necessitate or brokenness or no income stream. So as a young person, you're ought to, or you're expected to have an income stream. Now this income stream can be anything around you. Now if you're a student, it's not limiting you definitely, because or you're schooling, and definitely you have or a kind of free period as a student. So you can also learn a skill, monetize skill, high income skill at that. So high income skill that we're really referring is things that students can actually do with their phones. Most of them is with phones, and most of them is laptop, and this thing can do it on what's it called, it's more like a remote work, on freelancing or video editing, graphic design. So this is more like, if we're referring to income stream for students, suggesting we can point these things out for them, instead of wasting their time, resources, and maybe playing away their time partying all in the school. They should get to learn skill, because as well they are going to benefit from it. Now okay, I'm still using myself for instance. I'm a graphic designer, I'm still an undergraduate student, I'm schooling and I'm still earning because I get to do graphics for people. Have you seen? So this is more like a kind of role model to other students. Do you get? You're probably going to be a student, definitely you can still have an income stream. Now it's going to help you because you're going to start sorting bills out by yourself. Like you're getting your own money. Yes, people are taking care of, family is taking care of it, but you're making out your own money. Even when they will stop, you're not going to be broke, like you're not going to be frustrated. So this is how and why income stream is important. And if you don't have any income stream, it can necessitate brokenness. Like it can cause you to be broke. Maybe if they fail not to sell anything for you, you're going to just deep stuck. And this is why we don't want this for students, because if they neglect this aspect of income stream, there's no way they can. So income stream is just trying to tell you as a student, look for things that you can be doing that can pay you. Very simple, like very plain, not complex. Just look for something. It can be a business, it can be online business, it can be freelancing, it can be digital marketing. Like we have a lot of them on the internet, and this is still what we can really suggest to students. So the matter of what you call income stream cannot be emphasized if we're really referring to young adults, because the more like they have the whole time in the world. Like most of them don't have what's it called, there is a not okay there is not what's it called, like they don't have a lot of pressures on their head now. Like they can still have time to think. So this is more like the best time, and that's why we tell students that university is training ground, because you have time. Probably you have energy, you're still young, so you can actually build up something very a kind of solid something that is going to back you up. That is more like you need to have like what's it called, a support system. Even when you were not opportune to be employed by the government, maybe you can start off from there. If it's a business that you started maybe when you were still in school, you can build it up. Have you seen? Just very simple. So it's just all about income stream. Any possible way you can earn money as a student, making money is an income stream. So that's why we're advising. So don't just fold your hands, stay indoors. Like it's not the advice here. Just get something doing, and it's really going to help you in your academics, like in sorting bills. Do you get? So that's more like the emphasis. Income stream, income stream. I don't know. I want to sound silly, but I'm just being real. Like income stream is very important. I'm being real. I don't want to cry. Okay, the next one I have here is just more like post or what's it called? Poor spending habits. Poor spending habits for undergraduate. Now let me explain. If we're already talking about poor spending habits, now poor spending habits, let's get the words like the definition clear. It's just more like when you lack the knowledge. I don't know, like when you cannot spend wisely. That's just what he's trying to explain. Poor spending habit, like when you cannot spend and appropriately or efficiently. Do you get? Maybe when you're spending unwisely, simple, a kind of that poor spending habit. And we're more like telling students that these poor spending habits have a lot of disadvantage, because just like if you don't spend, or you're going to or get or stock, you're going to get definitely stop. Now if you still live on this, like if you don't get to correct these things, because why we're doing this life stream session and why we're pointing at undergraduate students is because if they get these things right, it's going to help them when they graduate, like when they leave school. Obviously, so they are going to or because they know it, they have idea about it. Like they are going to make the about okay, they are going to utilize it. And utilize it, I mean, it's just like knowledge. Is knowledge. So they are going to know how to figure things out outside life. So now they are still undergraduates, still in school. That's why we said this is particularly for them, because there is still possible ways they can make adjustments, learn things and unlearn things as well, and still fall on that track. So we're saying about point spending habits. Now we said this is more like even when you're working, even when you're earning, you're still going to be broke. Now it's a matter of poor spending habits. Very simple. Like if you cannot spend well, even if they should give you all the whole money, you're still going to be broke. So this or the poor spending habit is more like the root problem. Like it must be fixed. Now this is more like tracking your expenses, like tracking unnecessary expenses, like getting to just like okay, sorry guys, okay, let me proceed. It's just more like if we're really hammering on poor, what's it called, poor spending habit, it's just more like you're spending a lot on wants instead of needs. And maybe you know as well, or something like economics or so, when we were still in secondary school, we were taught that there is want and there is need. I think in economics, if I'm not mistaken, and they'll be like, want is something that you just want, like you feel that you want it, and maybe it's good for you. Then need is something, things that you cannot do with, more like water, more like food, you get, and maybe things that you survived on, whatever stuff like that is more like needs. Now we're saying, if we're already talking about poor spending habits, a lot of youth students are spending on wants more than needs. So there is such a thing called want and need in our lives. No, young adults, they are spending on wants instead of spending on needs. This is the problem, and that's more like poor spending habits. They prioritize wants since they want, maybe they love things. Moreover, since you need are still there and you're definitely going to fix that, maybe you overlooked it and then start spending on wants. And maybe when your when your money has finished, now you're not going, you're not going to, you're going to be back and be like, you really need to fix your needs. So that's why we tell people, you can fix your, okay, just more like fixing your want, your needs now, then getting to fix your wants later. Now wants can be clothes, cars, all of those stuff, those are wants. But needs is things that you, definitely cannot do without as a student. Maybe your writing materials, food, water, all of those stuff. So no, like it's just all about what's it called, or poor spending habits, emphasis on that. So okay, we're progressing, we're definitely progressing, we're definitely progressing, we're definitely progressing. Okay, social media illusion, very alarming. Like this one they keep saying, and being real, social media illusion. Now. So I'm going to detail it down. I will detail it down. If we're already talking about social media illusion, this is more like social media now, as the name implies, like social media illusion. E dey elude students, like e dey chop students. Now let me break it down. It's just like, firstly, okay, firstly, just like our world is a kind of corrupt. First, it's a corrupting, it's corrupting the sense of, oh, social media is leading it, or is driving a lot of young people into sin. Now let me break it down. It's just like social media is showing more of successful things. Now they are barely showing the origin, like they are barely showing the working out. Okay, now let me give an example so that you get what I'm saying. Okay, it's just like somebody that is working hard. Okay, let's just say somebody that is what's it called, a laborer, working hard, working hard, working hard. Now maybe he started earning, and maybe peradventure his business explodes. Okay, he now started buying things, buying assets, getting all of. Now social media is going to start showing you those, luxury aspects, start showing you those, what's it called, or fancy stuff, luxury cars, all of those assets. But he's going to neglect the fact of, or he's going to neglect the origin, I mean the starting point, what the person was actually doing. Obviously, so young people feel that, okay, the young people will just come to social media, like they will just start seeing a lot of things, a lot of flash things, and most of them will start giving up on themselves. Most of them will start questioning themselves. Most of them will be like, my own case is different. Most of them is going to be like, I'm a failure, just because they are seeing luxury things online. I've seen. So this is a wrong view at first, and nobody's even telling them this, because, oh, is more like flooded with luxuries, and a lot of them don't even know the origin. Like most of these people were actually struggling, and the students just see this, or young people see this, and maybe they just feel that it just comes that way, like there was no, whatever, I don't know, something like the person never struggled or the person never worked for it. Do you get? So by so doing is going to drive them to sin. They are going to consider anything. They can even consider doing anything just for money, or just to, or what you call, meet up, or just to be like others, be like things that they are seeing online. And so why that, this is why we call this, social media illusion. Like it's really a problem if we're referring to our students, and if we're referring to things that necessitate brokenness. And most of them, from the type of life they are seeing on the internet, most of them is going to be like to imitate. Now, doing that, they are going to start buying costly things to look like them, and probably they are going to go broke. Now, imagine you have 20k and you saw something on net or in that on the internet that somebody bought a shoe that was 25k. You go and borrow 5k and add to your own 20k and still go and purchase the same shoe. You're going to get broke. That is it. So this is things that necessitate brokenness. You're going to get broke if you purchase the same thing that you saw online, like just because you want to look like what you're seeing. Obviously, so this is why social media is not helping matters in this matter, like in this in the aspect of student income, because it's just like if they are seeing, they are going to start, or they will be like, they want to look like what they are seeing. Even if they don't have the coin, they are going to just look for things to merge it up so that they are not going to look like failure. Moreover, all those things is just more like, what's it called? It's just more like, I don't know, cut out stuff, cut out sources. Let me bring it down. What I mean by cut out sources is that their internet, social media is just showing celebrities, like more like luxuries and less of workouts. Like they are not showing when those people are working, they are not showing how those people earn those money. They will just show them with the money, and people just be like, and feel this is how they, like they just wake up and they saw money everywhere. Actually, so that's a wrong motive, and if you're a student, just get to notice that everything online is not real, more like fake. Most things on the internet is fake, so don't just assume that your own life is not working, that you're a failure, you're not meeting up, or let's say you start questioning your words. It's not a good thing to do as a student. Just work your own way out and be yourself, more like being real. So that's just more like that. That's the emphasis there. Now, long-term vision, long-term vision. If we're already talking about long-term vision, most of our audience are not online today, and I'm still apologizing for that because I'm streaming it, and maybe that's why they did not join. But it's well, they get to join and stream it maybe later in the day or stuff like that. So I'm not too it's not too paining me, but it kind of pains anyhow. But we're going to really fix that by tomorrow. We're going to stream tomorrow, so sorry. Then maybe we'll get to stream on our normal time. Do get so something of that nature. So we're more like let's hasten, let's get things I will say something about long-term vision. Now, long-term vision is just more like you planning for future, you making plans about things are coming, like things that are coming, like things you're expecting. Just more like financial goal, like you're having a goal, like you have plans. So, and having a plan is just one definition of a good student and a successful student at that. Because if you don't have plans, if you're just living on today, 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 and not thinking about tomorrow, not making plans, tomorrow is going to come unexpectedly. Like it's going to take you unawares. Very factual. Like tomorrow is going to take you unawares. We're talking about long-term vision, and we're saying students need to have vision. Like they really need to have plans. They really need to be like, this is what I want to achieve in so time, in so month, in the years, how many years to come, stuff of like things of that nature. And we said it's very very good because it guides your stuff, it makes you or real, it keeps you on work, like it's going to bound you to that to make sure you achieve that. So you're not going to just live openly, like you're not going to live anyhow life. Because you have a goal, you're definitely going to succumb to a what's it called, a routine to definitely get to what you want. So having a goal, having a vision helps in guiding students in the right path track and leading them on the right path. So that's the emphasis, and we said our long-term vision is crucial, and every student is expected to have this. I want to be uh so person, I want to end up like this is things I need for to like to carry to execute all of those stuff. So this is more like things that are necessary every young adult gets to know, and them not knowing it is what is causing them being broke. Very simple. All right, fear of starting. Maybe I will stay like this and teach. My neck is spinning me cold, but it's well. Okay, guys. So let me just continue. Now I will say something. I said fear of starting. That's the next or fear of starting. Now there's something about starting. Starting is always difficult. Let me explain. Most times people feel okay. most times people get encouraged, people get inspired, people get motivated to get up to start something, but they never start. What I mean there is starting up is very difficult, and is more like, it's what breaks, okay, it's just like what differentiates a student from a student maybe is starting up. And if you're not starting, if you're just there thinking about something, definitely you're going to be assumed that you're a procrastinator, like you procrastinate. And if your other or another student gets to start, they will refer you as a procrastination student or whatever, then the other person as a determined student, because the actual difference there is starting. I was saying that there is always difficult to start. Now it's just more like taking the first step. Now starting is, it can also be referred as taking the first step. I was saying here that a lot of students is afraid to start, like they're afraid to just get things start. And most at times it's because of criticism, rejections, and maybe people are going to, they are going to be laughed or whatever. And they just feel that there is a perfect time to start, or there is a perfect way to get up. And let me tell you, there is no perfect time to start anything. If you are still waiting for the perfect time is not going to come. So this is more like, okay, there is something I get to know. Or if you do good, people are going to complain. If you do bad, people are going to complain. So the best thing is just to do what is going to benefit you. Don't just do things because other people are doing, or it is going to help people or whatever. Just do things that is going to suit you, like it's going to, or is helping you. Prioritize yourself than people. Like, don't mind what people are going to say, because definitely they are going to talk. And that's why we said get to start. Like fear of starting, we said a lot of people feel that there is a perfect time to start, there is a perfect time to start anything. There's no perfect time to start anything. The earlier you get this to your mind, like it's going to really help you. You're not going to look like a procrastination student or adult. So we're talking about fear of starting. We said most people feel that they are not going to be starting until they have VDP, until they have it completely, or maybe until everything is fixed. If it's like that, or let's say if a lot of people are taking it like that, a lot of successful people today wouldn't have been successful. A lot of people that was celebrating today wouldn't have been celebrated, just because they did not resilience themselves. Sorry, I mean maybe because they did not restrict themselves. Like they get to start even when they don't have, even when they have nothing. Like they started, and taking the first step is always hard, as I said, and that's more like courage stop. Do you get? So when you take the first step, that's when you see the next step. And more like if you're climbing a ladder, you take the first step, the second step approaches, and that's the process. So that's more like getting started. That's how it looks and work as well. Now it's just more like the feast, okay, just more like how to escape being broke, more like the feast point, start, what's it called, step by step guide. I think this is the last stuff here, more like the step by step guide, how to escape being broke. Now we said track your spending. Now if we're talking about matter of being broke, to or if you're okay, just more like what we do here is bring a problem, split it, tell people the danger, the problems in it, and the way out. So everything I'll be saying is all of those stuff. Now we're more like the way out, how to escape being broke as a young person, undergraduate student, graduated student, all of those stuff. So we say track your spending. Now your spending is actually, because most of the times you may not be, you're still or you're still seeing yourself as a broke person, like you're still seeing yourself that you're still insufficient of funds. Now that's why I said this is your mindset, like not only mindset, your spending. Now you're going to be tracking your spending, you're going to get to cut off unnecessary spending, because even when all the whole money comes to you, your spending can still make you broke. Very factual. So that's more like that. Your spending, you're going to be very strict with your spending, like you're going to cut out unnecessary spendings. That's the first step. Now more like, okay, just more like cutting out unnecessary spendings and start saving even small. Now there's a matter of starting saving. Now a lot of people feel that maybe I've not started. If it's a business, you ought to start saving, and there's the formula for growth in that aspect of business. That's more like you're going to save. Okay, that's more like you're going to earn, you're going to reinvest, you're going to save, you're going to reinvest. Now it's just more like it has a trick, more like 4 does. We said you earn, okay, we said you earn, okay, you earn 100,000. Okay, now let's just use percentage. You earn 100 percentage. Now 100%, yeah, you going to you're going to what's it called? Yes, you're going to, okay, you earn 100%, you're going to save something like 50%, you're going to reinvest it, you're going to save, like you're going to use. Do you get? So this is more like formula for or like your expenses or whatever stuff like that. And we're saying how to escape being broke as a student, more like way out, bail out, a kind of way out, because or more like the getting out stage. So we mentioned tracking your expenses and was staying or start what's it called, start saving even small. Now that's when saving comes in. Like even when you're earning small, business is not too paying, like you're not advanced yet, definitely you're going to still save regardless of how small it is. Now learn to, okay, now okay, learn a high income skill, like or being out from brokenness. Now this can help a kind of monetize skill, video editing, graphic designing, like skills that you can do people and they are going to pay you, more like a valuable skill. That's why it refers here as high income skill. Like it's going to be something that is in high demand. People are really looking for people to pay and get their work done. So if you get to learn this skill, it's going to help you as a young person. That's when we have to do it. What's it called? High income skill. It helps. Now the next thing here is more like create multiple income stream. Create multiple income stream. Now multiple income stream is just you diversificating in different things that can you do money. Maybe you're a student, you're going to be doing business, you have a skill, maybe you still have online business that still pay you. That's more like the emphasis of diversificating, like that you're going to diversificate a lot of things that's going to use income. That's more like multiple, okay, that's more like, okay, creating multiple income streams, to be precise. Now avoid bad financial habits. Now financial habits, you all know what's financial habit as well. Then before including bad, they avoid what's it called, okay, avoid bad financial habits is more like you causing of bad financial habit. Now the name implies like spending unnecessarily, getting to spend because of impulses, and maybe getting to spend because you saw things online, or let's just say someone, I don't know, stuff like that, like just getting to spend out from your own projects, out from your own structure. So that's more like cutting out bad financial habit. Then stay consistent, because that's another thing. Consistency giving out value, consistency doing anything is the bailout to success or whatever to breakthrough. So that's more like things, and all these things I mentioned just more like the bailout, way out of being of overpowering broke nails in the area of, or you're a student, you're a young person, young adult should be precise, like kind of that, and just more like the way out, and more like getting off. And this is more like what we just say life section for today, and that's, yeah, we just finished, like we just exhausted it. And well, most of our viewers, let's just say returning viewers, most of them you know here today, but oh well, it's fine. And maybe, yeah, today is Saturday, they definitely need to get something prepared for tomorrow and all of that. So we really get, we understand. So that's for that. And thanks every single person for participating, actively participating anyways, and is not taking for granted. We regard that so much. And if you're just seeing us for the first time, you can as well subscribe to our channel to get be our member. Then we'll get to go daily, like we stream here every day, and you get to be joining our live sessions. And if you to join, what's it called, you can share our links, video links, or links, refer our names to people, young adults that needs knowledge, that really needs to be on track, that you feel that they really need this lessons. So you can just share our links, our names to them. They'll get to, yeah, they will get to, what's it called, follow us other social media, and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, UF graphics, and they'll just get to follow us along on there. And maybe we'll get to get what's it called, we'll get to or put them in our community or whatever, any something of that nature, and we'll get to grow together. So thank you guys for joining the live room section. and we're honestly appreciating for that. So it's not taken for granted, not in any way. So at this point in time, we're going to be going offline. Thanks, you guys. Thank you guys for joining, and we're going to see you tomorrow afternoon. Catch you. And if your first time you're in any